Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Carlos. Today I'm going to be presenting a back and calf workout session. So before we get into that, please hit that subscribe button, post notifications, leave a comment, and all that stuff. So right in the middle of trying to gain weight and bulking, and we're oscillating between some very heavy sessions, very heavy sessions, and some lighter, more entertaining sessions to me. I mean, they're just like uh, they're just easier to do. Like so today was back, shoulders, and calves. I have been doing the very heavy. What is it? The rack pulls, barbell rows, and been incorporating some reverse hacks with these. Last session went up to 500 pounds, and I definitely told myself this week I'm gonna deload, not doing anything so heavy, absolutely not. Taking advantage, I am gaining weight, which is great. Just feeling, that this bulk is actually working. Clean food, eating lots of carbs, lots of rice, lots of potatoes, lots of protein, keeping the fat to a minimum, and just trying to be careful not to get out of control and maintain an average weight gain. So it's not like spiking up and down. It's like every month, gaining 3 to 5 pounds, 3 to 5 pounds. This is a slow process, trying to take as long as it takes. Well, I'm going to try to go for 9 months. So I started in October. My idea is to continue eating in a surplus all the way through June. But I don't like to make plans like that because every time I make a plan, it kind of like, not every time, but it doesn't seem to work out exactly the way I want it. So I just keep a general, this is what I want to do. I'm not trying to compete in bodybuilding or anything like that. I just want to get as large as possible, get as big as my diligence and will permit with this hobby, which is bodybuilding. It's definitely a hobby. I don't make money. I don't make my living off of it, but I do take it very seriously. I mean, I basically built everything around my life around my bodybuilding, right? It's not like an obsession that has taken over everything, but it's just central. Like it provides the order for everything else. It provides the order for my sleep, for my cooking, because I cook all my food, for my workouts, for my rest period, and everything else is incorporated around it. It's a very ordering type of situation for me. It just brings a lot of order into a life that at certain periods of time, I think we've all gone through, a little bit of chaos. And so today I'm just hyper structured, and the hyper structure really revolves around my bodybuilding. I'm so grateful to God to have this in my life. So, right now with the bulk, last year and a half, I did some cuts, 4 months on diet, 4 months strict. Just ask anybody who knows me, this is absolutely strict. Ask my wife, strict with the calorie deficit. Very, very on point. Never cheated. But I would do, like cheat meals and stuff like that when you're on a cut. But just very disciplined with that. So now I'm just enjoying this time of eating a lot of food and gaining. So we're up to like, what is it today? 206 pounds fasted in the morning. Up from our starting weight of 179 pounds on the 1st of October. And today is the 23rd of December. So it's pretty decent progress. It's at like 27 pounds. And most of it was in the first month. I had an incredible rebound. It never happened in my life, with these diets. Like the last diet last year, it took me 6 months to build 20 pounds. It really did. I didn't have a rebound or anything. I went down to 182 pounds at that time. And, it took me like 3 months to get back to 195. And then another 3 months to get back to 204 pounds. It took, I don't know what it was. And I was eating a lot of food. But this time, perhaps I was much more focused on the cut. The last 3 weeks, I was very depleted. To go down from 182 to 179 took a lot of effort. Like I was dropping very easily, but it got to a point where I just stagnated, and no matter what I would do with the cardio, carb cycling, no carbs on certain days, it was just like I was starving myself. I was losing my mind. I was so hungry, even though I was keeping calories to a certain level. Like I wasn't, I didn't want to lose any muscle. I mean, the mantra is don't lose your muscle, Eat enough protein, don't dive so low with the calories. Any case, I got down to 179 pounds in the last 3 weeks, and that's where I stayed for those 3 weeks, and it just wouldn't budge. So when I broke the diet, when I rebounded, I wasn't going to do a reverse diet. I said, screw this, I'm just going to eat, but not junk food, just eat. Like I would crave oatmeal, like not two little cups of little two tablespoons, but like I want a lot of oatmeal. So that's what I did. I ate a lot of oatmeal. I want rice. I don't want 100 grams of rice. I want the whole pot, the whole thing. What is that? 500 grams of rice. I'll eat the whole thing. It's like I was just eating, and so I gained 24 pounds like in 3 weeks. It just like, but I didn't notice any increase in like my waist or fat or nothing. It was just like the thing was increasing, the scale going up like a pound or two a day, and I was feeling tighter and more muscular, and like I said, man, this is great shit. I mean, this is the way to go. And but it stagnated after that. For the next month, I held my ground. I didn't gain or lose 1 pound, and then starting December, I started gaining again, and I'm up like to 206 pounds, which is averages out. Anyways, so back to today's training session. Today was just a transition of waiting for my next heavy session. Did some cables, did some pull downs, did a lot of calf training, and that was it. But I tried to make it as fun as possible. Today, 24 hours after the session, my back is so sore. My lats, everything is just really feeling it, just from those pull downs that I did. I did like 10 sets of calf raises with dumbbells. Those are feeling really good too. So I'll leave you with the video there, like the training videos now. I narrate over there, my overdub. I blank out the noise, and I just talk over them. Like, I go over the routine, I narrate what I'm doing, and I enjoy doing that. And I hope that you guys will get some value from this. Try to get some use out of these videos. Anything that could be of use to your particular journey. Of course, I'm into this head deep. Like I'm completely devoted to the bodybuilding lifestyle, and I want to take this to the max. I want to lift as heavy as possible. I'm 58 years old, and I will not take no for an answer. You can't build after a certain age. It's such bullshit. And you start going downhill. It's just about a pack of lies. I have never felt so healthy in my life. I'm making PRs now. Like I'm stronger today at 58 than when I was at 53 or 47. I feel like I'm younger now at 58. So how does that work? Why? Because that's just the way it is. If you stay on point with your food and your training, and this is like, I live a disciplined lifestyle, and it's reaping its reward. I feel absolutely fantastic. I'm off of steroids now for like, it's been 3 months since my last, I was doing TRT, which is like the minimum base dose of testosterone for the last 3 months, but they say that you can't build with that, and that's complete bullshit. It's like a lie, because I've been building muscle, and I've been gaining strength, and I've been making my PRs, and this is the thing. If you can build on your low, because I will be doing them again, I absolutely enjoy using anabolic steroids. Now, who is that? I absolutely enjoy using them. They are not affecting my health. I've used them for over 10 years, and I have no nothing bad to say about them. No high blood pressure. I don't have coronary issues. No hereditary diseases to worry about. My blood sugar is fine. I sleep well. Everything is fine. No dysfunctions of any sort. I don't get moody. I don't get depressed. It's just like I feel great. And I feel great, all the time. It's not like, of course, everybody has their days. I have a bad day. Everybody's human. I'm human too, I think. So I have my bad days, but like the last 10 years, they've been few and far between. Like I just really enjoy the way I feel, the way I'm doing things, and I don't want to stop. So I stopped for a while. I'll get into it in another video. It was 3 months off, making gains. And I plan on being off for the foreseeable future, until I decide not to. But I'm making gains, making strength gains, And this is just the way to go for me. Anyway, so I'll leave you guys with the video, and we'll see you on our next video. God bless everybody. Love you all. We'll see you later. So we're training the calf muscles quite often as of late, intensifying progressively, I guess. I've been carried away with them because I'm starting to see some progress on a muscle group that has been very, very stubborn. So, excuse me, I oscillate between very heavy training sessions. Like the other day, I did 500 pounds on the Smith machine and piled up a bunch of plates on the seated calf raise. And today was just doing volume with a moderate weight, 65-pound dumbbell, and just really focusing on the contraction. I was trying to make an easy thing of it today. Just, nothing so grueling, nothing so hard. Just doing a lot of sets, going between 20 and 30 reps on every single set. Just trying to get in as much volume, concentrating on that peak contraction, really playing with it. And I was doing these sets in between my other exercises. So I would go back and forth between this station right here. The setup that I have for that is like right in the middle of the gym. And so on one end I was doing my shoulders, the other end I had the reverse pec deck for the rear delts, the pulldowns, and so forth. So it was that type of situation. I started out doing 4 sets straight sets, and then all through the workout I would come back to this. But the calf muscles, I'm seeing them grow. Like I can feel the progress, and this was always like a very lagging body part. I was always basically very skinny in that body part, and very hard for those calves to grow. But they will grow if you train them. They won't grow that easy. I guess the type of muscle fiber, because you do walk on them and they do receive so much stimulation just from normal day-to-day activity, that to get them to increase in size, to an extreme dimension or anything like that, takes a very focused amount of work. Like you really have to focus on those calves above and beyond the normal set and rep range. So for me, it's about 20 sets per week that I'm working this up to, twice a week. So it'd be about 10 sets on every session. And, that's fine. The first few sessions, I would get these terrible DOMs. I mean, I could barely walk the next day. And as I'm doing this video, it's 24 hours after the session. My calves are feeling quite sore, but they're not incapacitating. Like I could go back and do them again, but I don't. So today was back day, was the principal thing on the menu, is back and shoulders. The last session also was very heavy. I did rack pulls and reverse good mornings on the hack squat with like 500 pounds. And today I just really wanted to do the vertical pull downs. This neutral grip, let me tell you, this neutral grip is really doing it for me. It permits me to angle my elbow just right and really cram the back muscle. I don't have another word to describe that. Here we go back to another set of calf raises, like these never-ending calf raises. They gotta grow, man. I mean, if you do this now, the thing that I'm seeing there that is growing is my back. Kind of like the way it's being pronounced there with the dumbbell on the left side. You can see the trap, the rhomboid, the lat. It's definitely building everything up, so it's working. It's a lot of fun. That's all I can say when you see things progressing. And for me, this is a particularly exciting time because I'm completely off steroids. I have been for about almost 3 months now. And I stopped my TRT. I'm just doing the HCG, which is the what do you call that? It's to stimulate the body's natural low testosterone and get that working again. So we're back and making progress while doing that. Like I'm gaining body weight, I'm gaining size, I'm gaining strength. So that's exciting to make these gains, knowing that you don't really need steroids to do that. Now here, another set of pull downs. Doing a pyramid, we started with 110 pounds and finished with 187 pounds, because it's like in kilograms. So four sets on the way up. another set of calves. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they were getting pumped by then. But I wasn't going to let it go. I was just going to do calves until I basically couldn't do one rep. And of course, if you, it's like, reminded me of that Rich Piana technique of doing arm training for 8 hours. So he'd do like 5, 6 sets every hour and drink a massive protein shake, rest for half an hour, then go back and do another 5 and 6 supersets between biceps and triceps. And he would do that all day long, like, for 8 hours. Or maybe he did that once in his life. It's always fun to experiment with these things. Just have fun with it, because at the end of the day, it whatever your goal is with this, it still has to be enjoyable to a certain degree. Now, another set of pull downs, put on a little bit more weight. These are like 20-pound plates, so I know you can pull the whole stack and the whole thing, but like here, it's getting significantly harder. But I'm completely focusing on the crunching up of the back. Like, I really try to bring my elbow in and make the scapula retract. Even if, you can see it, I'm kind of like lurching back a bit, but still, let me tell you, man, that's hitting the back. And again, that's the muscle that's most sore today. Again, 24 hours after the video, and today my lats are really feeling it. Like, at the very edge of the lat, like at the widest part, it's hurting. It really is. Like, I had trouble putting my t-shirt on this morning. It was like that sore. So, I'm getting a little bit more aggressive with the pull there. I'm trying to yank it down and just really pull as hard as I can, knowing that this extra volume, this extra, oomph is going to do it, for feeling those DOMs the next day and producing some muscle growth. I've been gaining weight and eating a lot of protein, so I have faith in the process that this is building muscle for sure. This is building muscle. So I do a drop set. I dropped the pin down 20 or 40 pounds, I think, and continued on the set. Just did a few more there. Drop it again. And just got in a few more reps there with an easier weight. I think I dropped it down back to the starting weight, which was 110 pounds. There we go, doing some more extra reps. All in all, it's kind of like a fun session, when I don't have to go in and do these like killer compounds. Some days I go in and do 300 pounds on the back row, and I'll do 4 plates with the the deadlifts and all that, and that's it can be tiring on the mind also. So this is like it's fun time here doing these lateral raises with the cable. I hardly ever use the cable. I like the free weights, but the cable, there is something to be said about the cable. The cable gives a constant tension on the muscle at every point of the lift, like just starting from the hip all the way to the top. It has a constant tension. So that has its value also. It's good to mix these things up. I am not a believer in just training with one system, and God knows that I don't like to train, that I wouldn't advocate for just a strict cable or machine system, because I am so much into the progressive overload, and that takes free weights and just massive barbell type of exercises. But these work if you are diligent with your barbell mass exercises. Take a day or two, a couple of training sessions doing these, and I felt like I was blowing up. My t-shirt was tighter. I was starting to feel like my shoulders were really popping, in a good sense. They weren't sore or anything. Thank God I'm healed of all my injury. I don't have any soreness anywhere, either on my knees or my wrist or elbows or shoulders, nothing. So here we go to the bent over, or kind of like hunched over dumbbell raises. I don't really like this exercise. I'm not gonna continue doing this. I gave it a try. To try to hit my rear delts. I think I can hit them better just bending over, like not having to sit down and hunch over, but just bending over. I can target my rear delts better. This supposedly isolates them a bit more, so you don't swing the weight up, but what the heck, I don't really like it. So here, just getting in more reps, more sets, doing the same thing. I did not pyramid up on the pins. I was doing a very lightweight here. I think it was like 10 or 15 pounds. And on the cable, on this particular cable, it feels harder than it seems. That 10 pounds is ridiculously light with a dumbbell, but here it's a bit of a challenge. Like, trying to lift my arm there, it's like, what the heck? Now my hands are going higher than my elbows, and that's not the way it should go. And here we do another set. I'm trying to hunch over all the way, and it's just very limiting. I can't really get a proper range of motion here. It's very difficult. Now, some people really think that that's the way to go to make the lightweight heavy and difficult. I don't believe that, even though I'm trying to do it here. But, in hindsight, don't like it. Don't really like it. There we go. Now you're starting to swing it up a little higher. That's even better. There you go. I'm liking that a little bit more. Yeah, I'm starting to see better development by doing that than completely hunched over and limiting your range by making things so hard. Here you will go back and do another set. This is not the same video. Man, I like the back. I like what I'm seeing there. If I can get those calves like really massive, which I want. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, I want to take them to the limit of my genetic ability. There's Jason, my friend and trainer. He's not really my trainer, but we talk a lot. He has a load of knowledge that bubbly round guy with the red shirt here. He's got massive quads. He does like 500-600 pounds on the squat. He's huge. He's pointing to my calves. So just doing more sets here. More sets. But I'm liking what I'm seeing with my back. My overall shape. I really just want to increase the muscle size on this off season. Get them as large as possible without distending the waist. My waist is staying okay. Of course, the belly increases when I eat like 3 pounds of food. And it'd be really strange to put down so much food and not get a little bit of a bump. Like even animals like anacondas, when they eat a deer or something, they'll have a bit of a gut. So here we go for another set on the cable raises. Just getting, more volume, going from one exercise to another. And I was moving pretty quickly between these sets. I mean, it was like maximum minute and a half, maximum 90 seconds. As soon as I finished this, I'd go and do another exercise. Not really thinking about it too much, just moving from one exercise to the other. And that's not my normal tempo for a workout, usually because I'm doing the heavy compounds. I do use a stopwatch, and I will wait between 3 and 5 minutes between like bench presses, deadlifts, and all that type of stuff, Smith squats, all that. Here we go for another set. I really enjoyed this set. Just sitting normally on the chair, just sitting normally on the bench. And I see a lot more action in the shoulders than with the other hunched over variation, which really wasn't working for me. And so this was feeling really good. I just want to stop right there and just one more rep, just keep on going. Come on, one more. There, you can do it. A couple more. Yeah, and he stopped. Okay, so another set of, geez, are we up to like 10 now? Another set of calf raises. My goodness, won't be able to put my pants on tomorrow. They'll be so huge. Nah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't really work. You take a tape measure to that thing, you can pump them all day. It's not going to grow like that. At least it doesn't for me. But the muscle is definitely getting more and more and more pronounced. And there is a size element. Like some days it feels like it's thicker than others. But this is over time, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger said it took him like 1,000 sets to develop his calves from like non-existent to something. And I calculate that's like a year, right? 52 weeks, you do 20 sets a week. That's 1,000 sets if it took him a year. If he's doing like 30 sets a week, I don't know how many sets he was doing. Maybe he was training them every single day. I don't know. But 1,000 sets nonetheless. Now here we go to almost to the end of the routine. We're doing the reverse pec deck. I saw Renaissance Periodization with Dr. Mike Israetel before I left for the gym, and he was training this female bodybuilder doing her delts, and she was doing like these super strict on this machine. I said, well, what the heck? I'm going to incorporate them on my routine today since I'm doing something different, just trying to get some volume in. Very slow on the eccentric. Why? Not only should, you can use your eccentric for benefit, But on this particular machine, it's easy to get out of control. The momentum, it kind of like swings back very easily. It doesn't provide much resistance on the way down. So it's better to do this slowly. Now, I like to keep it a big contraction also, bringing those shoulders all the way back. Like trying to touch the two rear delts. Try to touch your elbows to the back. Like clap with your hands behind your back. Something like that. Well, not that extreme, but anyways, you get the idea. Here I pyramided up from 70 to 95 to 110 pounds on the pin. And so, yeah, this was a great finisher. All of them were fairly easy exercises. Said, thank God today I'm not lifting 450 pounds on anything, going for heavy barbell rows. But then I got the thought, maybe I should do something heavy at the end. Like, should I? Should I not? I never, I try to stick to a written routine, but sometimes the attention deficit gets the best of me. And I improvise and I do things differently in the gym that I had not programmed. So, anyways, really taking full advantage of this machine here. Just going for it, doing nice, slow, steady reps, trying to jam that muscle is full of blood. And here we go, where I thought I was gonna go up to 3 plates, right? So I put on 1 plate and said, okay, let's do some reps. And right as I started, I said, no way, Jose, I'm not doing this today. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'll leave all my energy for another day. Anyways, that was it for the training session. A few reps, and we're gone.